So I thought what I'd do is just run you through my workflow just so you can see what I actually did of creating these sort of surfaces. So if we look at the code here, so I'm in software called SageMath, which does lots of mathsy things. And here I just get it to plot the surface. So just it has some equation involving cosines and sines there. So if I run this code, it should just think for a minute, and then it will plot. There we go, it's plotted it, and then it's saved it as an STL. I've just got it to save it as an STL file. So here I can have a look at it. Okay, so that's how I generated the original thing. So that gives me an STL file. So then what I do is I jump over to Blender. So here's a basic Blender thing, and I'm going to load this in. But first what I want to do is just get rid of this cube. So I just select the cube and then press X to delete it. That's okay, the cube has gone. And then I go to File, Import, Import STL there. And where have I saved this? So I'll just have to find where I've saved this now. It's all right, be there in a minute. There we go. Today, that's one triple test. That was what I saved as. Okay, so this has imported the STL file, but it's very close. So let's just zoom out a little. So this is now viewing this in Blender. And yeah, for the 3D printer, I want to fatten this up. So I'm going to add some thickness. Now the way, I just Google this because I'm not very good at Blender. And what I want to do is add a modifier. So I went down to the spanner down in the bottom there. Let's just give myself a bit more room over here and just add a modifier, which is to solidify. And with a bit of experimentation, I decided that the thickness I want here is 3, and I want an offset of 0. Okay. Whoops, try that again. I've forgotten what the offset does, but I think it just looks a bit better with a 0 offset there. There we go. Now, what this has done is this has thickened this surface, as you can now see. Whoops. But it's thickened it in a way that's sort of normal to the surface, so perpendicular to the surface. And so that means where it curves, we get this sort of slightly strange behavior that it's not flat at the top or the bottom. Now, if I were better at Blender, I'm sure I could actually just shave off that bit. I mean, I've experimented in sort of various ways, but I've kind of failed to be able to shave off that bit. Okay, but maybe you can do better than me. Who knows? Anyway, so I've thickened it up, so now I can just export it again as a STL file, and let me just export that to the. Whoops, I don't want that. I want to put it on my desktop, and let's just call it triple thick. Whoops, did that work? I'm not sure if that worked. Sorry. Export. Yeah, okay. I was confused because it didn't ask me if I wanted to replace, which it normally does. Okay, so so I now have that thickened STL file on my desktop, and now I can just import that into Cura, or you can just import that into Cura in the obvious way. So yeah, so there we have it in Cura, and we can just see that in Cura. Now, what I would suspect the sensible thing to do here in Cura or whatever the other software is just if we can I just move it down? No, maybe I can move this down by 1 millimeter, or no, it doesn't seem to want to do that. But yeah, so I think if I can actually get this to, let me try again. No, but I'm sure there must be some way you can move this object in here. I just don't know the way. Oh, that seemed to be doing it in the X direction. Right, okay, so I probably have to just click on the Z thing, and I can just go down. Right, okay, so I can just go down a small amount, and that will just shave off the bottom layer. So that would be my suggestion. So just to shave off a layer at the bottom, or maybe you could put a raft on. So I think if shaving off the bits at the bottom, that should now, am I going to be able to zoom in here now? That should flatten it out at the bottom, so it should sit better on the bed. I would have thought. Okay, so that was my suggestion. Maybe that's helpful, maybe not. Oops, sorry, I was just on the wrong window. I can't stop you. Okay, there, I'm going to stop now.